Greetings, YouTube. Fishsuit here, your benevolent, all-loving and kind GM. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 3 of our Lost Mines of Phandelver campaign, which we live stream on twitch.tv. I'll get you right in the action here briefly, but just wanted to touch on one thing real quick, which is something that I try to impress upon all my players, not just here in the live session, but in some offline sessions that I do, that all of your actions in this world of D&D, the story that we're telling, have consequence. Last session, we saw some of those consequences come to life with decisions made by I, and a certain bard might have just made a slightly offhanded comment during this session that even her fellow companions didn't agree with, but it did turn out to have some very specific consequences. So I hope you enjoy this episode 3, part 1 of our Lost Mines of Phandelver campaign. And if you like what you're seeing here, you can always drop that subscription here on YouTube. Would mean a lot. You can also drop the follow on Twitch to watch these sessions, which are live streamed every other Tuesday. Thanks so much for tuning in, and without further ado, enjoy. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, God, it wasn't the same without Vlor in full regalia.
It's really good for the immersion.
I feel immersed. Okay, so remind me, we're in Phandalin. I think we're about like right here in Phandalin, and there you just buried several bodies in the middle of the street. Am I wrong?
No.
Sounds about right to me.
Did we move them off the street or just in the middle of the street?
I believe that it is now canon that I as fuck as a badger. Correct? I mean, again, guys, step in here if I'm wrong at any point. I as fuck as a badger dug a 20-foot hole in the middle of the street, and that's where you buried the bodies of the 4 redbrand ruffians that you just murdered in cold blood.
Cold blood, come on.
Hot blood?
Blood
What do you prefer?
I like the lukewarm.
They
I'll take a
attacked
look
us
at it.
first.
Totally true. Our grave in the middle of the street. Okay, so you guys got into Phandalin. You've tried to shake down at least 4 people so far since you've entered town. Gamer Bardwin was really trying to shake down Barthen at Barthen's Provisions for some money that Sildar owes her. She's like, "You're a friend of Sildar, you owe me too." So you guys went to Barthen's Provisions. Barthen was a friend of Gundren Rockseeker, and he was pretty concerned that he was pretty concerned about Gundren. And he told you guys that Gundren had two brothers, 2 Rockseeker brothers, Nundro and Tharden, and that they were camping outside of town somewhere. He hasn't seen them in about 10 days. And Barthen implored you to find out what happened to Gundren and try to save him. You then went to the Townmaster's Hall. Oh, and he told you also that, there's this redbrand problem in town, that these guys are kind of shaking everybody down and causing problems, and now you know that firsthand. So you went to the Townmaster's Hall next. The Townmaster was like, don't worry about those guys. They're just like a guild. They're just kids. And I as fuck's like, yeah, this makes total sense to me. This guy seems like he knows exactly what's going on. I'm going to go hang out with them while everybody else goes and does their own thing. So you walked over to where you found out that they like to drink, which was the Sleeping Giant. You can see there on the map. While Azaril and Arlen made a visit to the Shrine of Luck. And at the Shrine of Luck, you met Sister Garele, and she was pretty beat up. She just got back into town. She was trying to find a banshee named Agatha to get some information about what you guys thought was a hilarious name, Bo Gentle's Spellbook. She's trying to find Bo Gentle's Spellbook, and she got messed up by some goblins on the way back. She doesn't dare go back out there, but long story short, she wants you to go. You were a little iffy on that. You made no commitments to her. Meanwhile, Gamer Bardwin was basically just talked her way into a performance at the Stonehill Inn. I was, of course, attacked by the redbrands, came extremely close to death, but really it was Gamer Bardwin who seemed to have got the brunt of that fight. And you killed the redbrands, and here you stand in the middle of the street in Phandalin. You just buried a whole bunch of bodies in the middle of the road. What do you do?
Who wants to go for a fucking drink?
I swear, why do you want to go back in there after what just happened?
I'm not going in there. I'm going to the inn.
Okay.
Anybody know a back entrance and kind of beat up and not ready for performance?
You get up on stage, you're just like bleeding from the mouth.
or here you go. How about you guys like form a wall while we walk in there, right? And then I stand behind you and do a stealth. Like, we'll avoid the keep. It sounds good.
It's like your entourage.
I'll just hold the shield out like this with them behind it.
The shields are probably big enough.
And I'm small enough.
Are you just gonna hide behind the shield while we drink for the rest of the night?
Why? Do we have rooms yet?
No, the only one who's been in the inn is Gamer Bardwin, who basically just talked her way into a performance that evening. And I would say that it's
for rooms.
Is that what happened? Because I don't know that anybody agreed to that.
Oh no.
I would say, just to give you guys an idea, it's probably like late afternoon now, like 3:30, 4:30, somewhere around there.
Maybe we can get some rooms and you can rest before you have to.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
I'm
sneak
sure
in
if
behind
they-
you guys.
I'm sure if you just show them how much you're bleeding and frothing at the mouth and whatever else is happening.
Quick, punch me in the face, but not too hard.
You have 1 HP. I don't think you want anybody to be punching you in the face.
Yeah. Okay, good point. Let's go.
Let's go to the end.
Okay. So you head into the inn, and just to reiterate, if I haven't already read this, the inn is in the center of town. It's relatively new. It's fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers, and so you enter the inn, and there's just kind of one common room that you can see on the ground floor. It's filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider. And you kind of get a few side eyes as your party enters the inn.
Like, these people don't belong here, side eyes, or they just
they-
murdered 4 people in the public square. Which one?
One screams murderer. Roll for initiative. Just like
Sure.
this is like a pretty small town. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there's like less than 50 buildings in this town. So they see you. They know that you're new in town. You just rolled in. They don't really know who you. Just like they look up from their beer. It's not like you're not getting a feeling that they're like there's no animosity. It's just like strangers.
Yeah, okay.
Cool, they didn't know. They don't know about the murders.
Most people care about who we just killed, so I'm sure we'll be fine.
So my hair is pretty long and it would be covering my ears. So people really couldn't tell that I'm an elf.
Okay.
But I would kind of walk over to the bar and ask for a drink, an ale.
And
Excuse me. I'd like to get an ale, please.
And so the bartender walks up to you. It's a human male. And he kind of walks up to you and is certainly new in town, I see.
Yes, I am.
And he kind of glances over at Gamer Bardo and he's like, are you with her? Or?
Oh, no, I found her in the street and figured I'd bring her in. She looked like she could use some help.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think she's performing here tonight. It was quite the whirlwind when she was in earlier. And he slides you a big mug of ale.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I've heard of her. She's apparently pretty good.
You see nothing?
Beer
You drink the beer.
Down the beard. Yeah, the messiest you've ever seen somebody drink a beer. And my hand's shaking.
He says, you didn't even ask how much that was. That'll be 30 gold pieces, please.
Oh! I'm not the person you're looking for.
What are you folks in town for?
You folks?
Ugh, okay.
Give me a bluff check.
Deception. Oh, nice.
Do you have a big leaf in your beard?
Oh, I do. Oh, goodness.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry, old timer. I saw you come in with him. I assumed you folks were all together.
Do you know what they say about assuming?
You make an ass out of yourself.
Sounds like somebody's a big fan of butts.
Inspiration. What are you in town then for, old timer?
Oh, I was just looking for some work. I heard there was some trouble.
And he kind of, as soon as you say that, he had on like the air of customer service. You know, just kind of like small talk, friendly up to the point where you said trouble. And you can see like a change in his face. And he goes, yeah, ever since those redbrands came into town, it's kind of been nothing but trouble, to be honest.
How many of them are there?
And he turns to you. Oh, you guys came in together? Not together, though. Not a party, I see. How about you? Can I get you anything to drink?
I'm
gonna push forward and just drop like 50 copper and be like, give me a drink. God damn it. I just need a drink.
Sure, so he serves. Did you say you wanted to drink or not, Arlen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So he serves everybody, and he's like, it's not my place. It's not my place to have a family. You understand? And he kind of
another one.
This young lady can hold her alcohol. He serves you up another one. And at that point, he gets called away. And there might be like a kerfuffle or something on the other side of the bar, and he gets called away, and he heads over there. Excuse me for a moment, and he walks away. And you see a woman also kind of behind the bar there, and she walks up and she says, I understand why my husband doesn't want to talk about this, but I feel that we must do something. It's these redbrands. They're the scourge of this town.
I might have good news for it. How many are there total?
Dozens.
Oh my
I would say there's dozens.
Fuck.
Oh, that's annoying. We did kill
Certainly,
4.
certainly more than 4.
Reduce whatever dozens is by 4.
You've killed some redbrands.
Oh boy.
Give me another beer and I'll tell you the tale.
It's on the counter before you even finish your sentence.
While they're talking to the barkeep, I want to take a look around the room because I've made mention that I'm not part of the group.
Okay.
I'd like to kind of look around to see if there's anyone matching the red brand clothing.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Vlora's playing 8D chess right now. So you glance around the room, Azrael. You see a few people, like I said, kind of sitting at these long benches, drinking beer, mead, wine. But you don't see anyone wearing a red cloak or anything like that. You don't see a group of like young people, kind of like you just killed. You don't see anything like that.
Okay.
Did we take did we take their shitty cloaks from earlier?
We can. I don't think
Yeah.
that you guys actually decided. So if you want to do that, we can retcon the fact that you did. If not, you know.
I was
thought
in
we
Badger
did. I
Mouse,
put
so
it.
it's up to you.
Yeah, I think you guys talked
wrote
about it.
down.
Okay, yeah. So yes, you got their 4 red cloaks.
I think I put the word shitty there too.
Sure, shitty. Absolutely. It's a +1 shitty red cloak.
Oh, it's +1.
Oh, hang on, that's not canon. Don't write that down.
It's extra
How
shitty.
much shit is on these clothes?
They're covered with feces. They're barely even red. It's mostly brown.
The brown cloaks just aren't as intimidating. So it's just, I mean, if we have them, then I'll try to pull one out
I
and
also
set it
put
on the
down-
counter.
And
Did they have keys on them?
they each had a small iron key,
Oh, I'll put iron shitty key.
also covered with poop.
Just everything is
They were
leaking.
head to toe, guys. They were head to toe covered in feces. You, because you
God,
kind
they
of
hit
like
me.
you like maybe even like Arlen. You kind of like don't take it out all the way, but you kind of reach into your pack and show her like a corner of the cloak or whatever, and she. Oh, you did kill a few of the red cloaks. Good for you, adventurers. Good for you. She says, our local wood carver, Theldendrar. He stood up to the red brands about 2 weeks ago, and when they came by his shop and leered at his wife, and they murdered him right there in the street. Several people saw it happen. They grabbed his
Okay.
body and dragged it away, and now his wife, daughter, and son have gone missing as well.
So I'm hearing you need a wood carver. I have tools.
I mean, if you should perhaps talk to the town master if you want to set up shop here.
Oh man, there's a difference between having tools and being a tool.
Oh, okay.
All right, make sure to remove one use of vicious mockery today, Gamer Bardwin. I guess that's a cantrip though, right? Is that a cantrip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
those just keep
cantrip.
on rolling.
Okay, yeah.
So
Just gonna
that
continue
shithole
drinking.
that shithole they hang out in. Does anyone innocent work there?
I mean, they have a bartender. There's a barmaid that works there. Maybe not exactly innocent, but certainly not a not a murderer.
Not unacceptable casualties.
Are you asking me permission to murder the barkeep?
No, I'm just figuring out how many people are inside if we needed to get rid of them quickly and all at once.
Yeah, I stay clear of the sleeping giant adventure.
Really? What is life?
She puts another one up on the counter.
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, what else? What else would you like to do here?
I think get rooms.
Get rooms? Okay, sure. So you can absolutely get rooms. Let's see here. I thought that it told me how much rooms cost, but I don't see that anywhere.
I believe it's 0 after my performance.
Oh, you're the one my husband was talking about.
What the hell did you say to them, Gamer Bardo?
Actually, it's more like, what the hell is this? Hey there, refer to it.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Go on stage.
She's blushing
Get
so
up
hard
there.
Oh,
that she
no,
turned
you
into
guys
pink
lost.
squares. Yes. Well, so here's the conundrum, which is that you would get the room, but not until after you do your performance.
How about the credit system?
So you
She's
want?
really good.
Have you never heard of me?
She's
So
really good.
so funny.
My back.
Have you ever heard "Get Fucked"?
Get fucked, you know?
GH, are you trying to fix your
Fucked.
camera now? Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure
It's
you knew
still
it was
broken?
off. Yes, it's still off. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to get rooms, I think that first of all, you guys are terrible at asking names. I just want to say you guys are bad at asking names. The innkeeper's name is Toblin, and his wife is Trelina. Those are the two that you spoke with. And I think that Toblin probably has had enough, does not want to negotiate with Gamer Bardo in any way. So if you guys want to get your long rest now, before the performance, that'd be okay. But if the performance is bad, you might end up ponying up. But you do
think
have
that's
time
fair.
in the bar now if you wanted to do... Like, were you guys thinking long rest now or just a short rest to regain HP?
I think a long rest.
So if you long rest now, you'd be looking at waking up at like
2 in the morning,
midnight.
right?
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Closing down the bar.
Great time to go to the bar. Yeah! Look at Bar.
Unfortunately, last
yeah.
call is at 1. Blue loss. Toblin shrugs. Blue loss. You guys get it. Yeah, it's also
Well-
4. The Eyes Fuck's been doing a little day drinking. And by a little, I mean
Yeah.
many.
So much Tomlin. And Brigitte, you're great. Love you guys.
I's one of those drunks.
There are worse.
I mean, you could perform now.
With 1 HP? I mean, if I jump off the
What?
stage, how am I supposed to
Are you
crowd
gonna get
surf?
hit? Are you gonna
Does
hit,
it
get
hurt
hit
that
by a
bad?
tomato?
I mean,
1
we
HP?
Well,
we
We'll
could
get you
just
back
like
up.
take a short rest at a table. You just relax, and you'll heal, and then you won't be at 1 HP.
You know what? Fuck it. You know, best performances are done while severely injured. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So
Ready
you
or
get,
not, let's go.
All right. So you get up on stage. You go over on stage. Black eye, bleeding from the mouth. Eyes fuck in the front row. And they're like, is that I already gave. Oh no, inspiration for G. Well, you haven't seen the performance yet, Book Fairy. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's wait till we see
I'll
this
take
performance.
it. I'll take that inspiration.
Let's wait till we see this performance.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay. It's like somebody in the crowd's like, is she bleeding? Oh my god. Is she gonna perform?
Alright, my arms are broken, so I'm not gonna play my ukulele crossbow tonight, but I'm gonna sing for you regardless, because I'm Gamer Bardwin, and you might know me from great hits like Get Fucked, which sounds a little bit like Get Fucked.
I hate to interrupt you, but it sounds like somebody is summoning Cthulhu on their microphone. Is like there's like a loud
Unfortunately,
noise.
that's my mic. I keep muting it, but that's my neighbors.
Oh my god. That is horrific.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm
Somebody
sorry.
should get out of there before
Maybe
this
they
video
are
is
summoning
done.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, you should definitely get out of there.
Wow, that's a bummer. Okay, all right, so let's see this performance.
All right. This is gonna be my first song I ever performed. It goes a little like this. There once was a monk named Vlor. He told the goblin no more. He skewered his head, and now he is dead. This is a song of Vlor. Don't question who Vlor is, okay? We're next song.
We're still working on that.
We're still working on it. That was the first song, so. There is a place named Cragmaw, and if you go there, you're Madmaw. It's the home of the goblins, and will leave you sobslands. Only idiots go to Cragmaw, but you know what? Who kicked ass at Cragmaw? We did! Except for that guy who looks like an old man. He's not with us.
What? What's going on?
Still has the leaf in his beard.
Alright, so this is my third song. Once again, don't question who Vlor is. Vlor is no more. He was good to his core. Now he is dead. He's made of lead. Now Vlor is dead. I know, right? It's so good. It's so good.
They're like, who's Vlor?
Is-
There
is-
seems to
is
be
the
an awful
crowd
lot of
receiving me
songs
well?
about Vlor.
He must be an amazing guy. And dead. Probably dead.
And by all accounts, dead.
Very dead. This one is personal to my heart. I should have been thrown, but alas, my plan was blown. We continued along, but I'm all but a pawn. I should have been thrown. It's not one of my best, but you know, it's really
It's a work in
personal to
progress.
me.
Woo, getting
It's really-
thrown.
Listen to the blue period.
Clark's wolf was named Ripper. Rolled away in a zipper. He's got a big jaw that bites with all of his might. He'll leave you in quite a limper. You see, I rhymed. I rhymed all of those.
That
Yeah.
rhymes.
Yeah. See, this is why we bring him with us.
Yeah, I just fuck's your hype, man.
Yep. Don't mess with Erzil. Silent as you kill. The new Goblin King Yemek left him in anemic. I forgot how that went.
Hooray!
I will sing my very favorite song, the most popular song last. Get fucked. Okay. That's all my songs.
Gamer Bardwin, give me a performance check.
Okay. I gotta go back to all the pages. I'm so sorry about my neighbors being so noisy.
What are they doing? That's what I want to know.
It sounds like they're drilling. I don't know.
They're drilling. Yeah, great time. Just
They do it like every week though, so it's like, what are they doing?
I thought they
Yeah,
just
they
put a
do.
motorcycle outside your window and was just revving.
Also, perhaps Cthulhu. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. It sounds like there's some elder god being summoned.
I agree. I totally
Fucking
agree.
warlocks.
That was just
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Oh wait, do I add my proficiency to that? Please.
Yeah,
Oh,
Are
wait,
you
yeah.
you
proficient?
did.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Supposed to.
So it's 10.
Yay! Hooray!
Look how good she is. Look how good.
Yeah, that was good enough. You got a smattering of applause. I don't think people were like psyched, but you earned your rooms for your traveling companions.
Gonna pretend I practiced long hours for that performance.
So you as you're getting off the stage, Gamer Bardowin, a little kid runs up to you. He's like 10 years old. He goes, "Wow, that was great."
You're welcome. Are you a little?
Oh, I didn't say
performer as
thank
well?
you. I just said it was great.
What's your name?
That's a semantic gas 10-year-old.
Are you an adventurer?
Well, yes. That's what inspires all my songs.
My friend Carp went on an adventure. I want to be an adventurer just like you.
Oh no.
My friend Carp, he found a secret in the woods.
That sounds wonderful. Do you know what woods and where it was?
No, he just told me that he saw some big hairy creatures in the woods. And he kind of laughs.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, bye! And he runs away.
Was it Azrael?
It could have been me.
I mean, we all know it was you, old man.
I have been in the woods for a while.
Oh god. So now that I'm 1 HP and I performed for our rooms,
And you guys got free rooms. The third person you've shaken down since you've entered this town. Toblin motions for you guys to come over to the bar, and he's sorry I had to take care of that little scuffle there. You wouldn't happen to be Gamer Bardowin and I as fuck Arlen Doran? Azrael Nilo? Is that you?
Yeah. Of course.
Depends who's asking.
And he it's me, Toblin Stonehill.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
us, Tomlin.
hey.
So he kind of reaches under the bar and he takes out a letter that and some gold. And he says,
Hey.
your traveling companion, Sildar Hallwinter, is staying here. He asked me to give you this note and said that he owed you some money. And
Yep.
so
how's
I'll just Gamer Bardowin, of course this is yours. And which one of you is I as fuck?
I'm gonna grab the ladder.
Grab the letter. Okay. And you're reading it? I'm sorry, you're too drunk to read it. What a bummer.
Reading it.
Somebody help
Gosh.
me!
Are you I as fuck?
The words are going everywhere.
Yes, that's the.
So he hands you 10 gold pieces, and then Arlen Doran, Paladin,
That's
yes,
me.
hands you, and he says, I wonder where this Azrael Nilo is, and he puts the money back
Hey,
down.
did somebody say my name?
Oh, no, this is for their traveling companion, he says.
But you said Azrael, right?
Yes, they would be 4 adventurers. Is your
No,
traveling
I'm just
companion?
one. I'm just one adventurer, Azrael.
Yeah. Sometimes he tags along. He's not really with us though.
I'll have to check with Sildar. I just don't want to give this 10
Yeah,
gold
I'm
pieces to
sure
a stranger.
That's my money. I
Yeah,
know
that's
that guy.
This letter says Sildar told me to give this to 4 traveling companions. He
I'll
gave me
take
their
that.
names.
I'll get it to
So
him.
I can't confirm it's him. Don't worry, it's totally him.
He kind of reluctantly slides the 10 gold across to you, knowing that you just lied to him
Did I
for
though?
no reason.
Ooh.
Did I though, or was I just senile?
Well, I mean, you used a deception to deceive him, so you rolled an 18 on a deception check. So you check out this letter, and it basically just says, "Guys, I've been held prisoner for the better part of a week. I just needed some rest. Please meet me at the town master's hall tomorrow, and I'll be able to give you some more information. I have some things that I need to discuss with you.
All right.
All right, so we gonna
Another.
How much money did he give us?
10 gold per,
10.
just like
Oh,
he
yeah.
promised.
That was in addition to the other 10 for.
Yeah, Barthen also gave you 10 for delivering the provisions, and then Sildar promised you 10 apiece to help him get to Phandalin, which you did, and then he's paid up now. And you'd be like, sorry, Sildar, never got the money. You're gonna have to pay up.
Oh my god. We're just robbing these people.
They don't even have that much. Like,
Okay, so you guys want to get a long rest in now.
Yeah.
I would say it's getting into the evening. I mean, you can hang out at the bar. If you want to talk to anybody or try to see if there's anybody to talk to at the bar, you're welcome to do that. Or you can just head to your rooms.
Did that young lady come in here?
Which,
the nun? The sister?
No, you haven't seen the sister.
I'd ask the barkeep about her.
Sure. Yes, Sister Garella. Yes, she looked a little worse for wear when she came back into town a few days ago.
Yeah, she sure did. What is this nonsense about a banshee?
I have no idea. What banshee?
Abigail or something?
He just looks confused. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Where does she live at? Where
if
can I
you'll,
find her?
Sure, if you'll take out your map of Phandalin, you can see her house is marked right there, right next to the Shrine of Luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he says, well, if you'll take a look at Roll20, you can see that her house is right there. Thank you for the host, Boom. Much love, dude.
Fall asleep right there at the bar. 2 seconds after talking to him.
Anybody else want to do anything before your long rest?
no, I'm gonna go rest.
Am I sufficiently drunk?
You have been drinking since 4. I would say it's probably like 9 now.
Cool.
Did anybody want an autograph? Do you know? Is there like anybody like?
Gamer Bartowin says to no one. Okay, so you guys head up to your rooms. Azrael sleep on the bar. Toblin just lets you sleep it off. That one beer really put you down. And you guys successfully get a long rest at the inn. And you wake up bright and early the next morning. Oh, look at that! And you were delivered some overnight pizza.
Good timing.
So everybody, get your recover your HP in the Chatteroni, please. In the Chatteroni, rascal.
Oh yeah.
Chatteroni rascal TV.
I'm about to enjoy some mozzarella roni pizza. Doesn't work.
Chatteroni is just like macaroni noodles, but they're shaped like the Twitch symbol.
I like it. Okie dokie, everybody's back to full health. And it is now the next morning.
I wonder when we're going to be consequences for what we did.
Probably
cares?
not. I mean, as long as no one finds the dead bodies buried underneath the road in the middle of town, it should be fine.
I highly doubt nobody saw us do that.
Who's gonna dig 20 feet down for those bodies?
Yeah, you'd have to be some kind of badger to do that.
You have to be a badger.
You know what? I bet if they're like curious, you could sell yourself out for hire and just like redig up the body.
Eyes fucks
Oh,
digging
shit,
crew.
look.
You need a hole?
You need a hole?
We'll badger you.
We'll badger for money.
We won't badger you about our prices. Cutting Fight's like, I gotta take off. You guys have fun.
I'm about to head out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and uninstall now.
So we got a couple options, I guess. Town Master's Hall, and the Sleeping Giant.
Sildar said he'd meet you at the Town Master's Hall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We should probably progress the main plot before we continue to advance side quests.
Because there's always a chance he'll get murdered by a redcoat. I mean, full faith in him.
Damn redcoats. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to the town
Let's go.
hall.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Can I get a
head back
beer to
over
go?
to the. He puts in a little sippy cup for you, a little cup with a styrofoam cup with a straw.
Hells yes, you're the best. Town
Oh,
Just-
where are we going?
For the rest of the session, I as fuck just sipping on a brew, an ale. Okay, so you head back over to the Town Master's Hall, and when you walk in, the Town Master, you see the secretary there on the sign, just like filing paperwork. And you see that Sildar is there as well, and he's got like a little kind of desk alcove area where he is sitting, going over some scrolls. And the Town Master stands up and says, "You murdered people in the street!" Sildar is like, stands up as well, and he's like, "Yes, the redbrands. They murdered the redbrands."
Murdered is an incorrect word. We defended ourselves in public.
That guy
I
tried.
nearly died.
All 4 of them tried to kill me.
I've managed to keep the peace here for over a year. You show up in town and murder on your first day. He kind of huffs.
Sounds to me like you didn't manage much besides the second steak you had for dinner last night.
Well, I never.
I've heard of people dying and disappearing. It wasn't just us that they hurt. We just fought back a little better.
Sildar, keep your dogs under control. And he kind of huffs off and goes into the back room.
I don't know what proof he has.
Probably the witnesses.
I imagine if you say that, this is like a movie or TV show. You zoom out the window and there's just like a big bump in the middle of the road, like a unnaturally large bump. And it zooms back into
I find that shit out, okay?
Okay, so yes, Sildar's there. He's like, I understand why you did what you did. I've only been here for 12 hours now, and I understand that the Red Cloaks are a real problem.
Yeah, they're a big problem.
You want to help us murder the rest of them?
Yeah, there's only like a dozen more or something.
Adventurers, I came here with another task, besides helping Gundren make it to Phandalin. A few weeks ago, a fellow member of my alliance, the Lord's Alliance, was sent here to Phandalin. His name was Yarno Albrecht. And I was sent, we've heard nothing from him for weeks now. And I was sent here to try to learn of what happened to Yarno, and I've asked so much of you already, but I was hoping that you might help me with this task.
Yarno was his name-o?
There was a Lord's Alliance member, and Yarno was his name-o. I-A-R-N-O. I-A-R-N-O.
Oh my god.
I-A-R-N-O. Yarno was his name-o.
Can we get fish inspiration?
All right, let's get it together here, all right?
I tried for so long not to.
Perhaps you could ask around
Okay.
town. I've sent many papers by the Lord Alliance that I need to go through, and of course I need to get them word of what happened to Gundren. Let us not forget Gundren himself. We all know that he was taken to Cragmaw Castle, and I fear what the goblins have done to him at this point.
Well, you're Mad Maw if you go to Cragmaw. So.
Ah, yes, I've heard that on the radio. It's quite good.
What's a radio?
It's a small box that Bard's sing into.
Ah, sounds inefficient, but okay. Cool. Yeah, we can ask around.
I
What
thank
was-
you.
What was the Lord's Alliance doing in Phandalin? It's kind of a shithole.
Well, as you've no doubt found out, glances out the window at the giant bump in the middle of the street. It's a bit of a lawless place here, Phandalin, and with more and more people moving into Prospect, the Lord's Alliance wanted to guarantee the safety of the common folk.
Checks out.
Y'all sound like good people that like to meddle.
He high-fives you. Down low.
But lo, it was too slow.
Alas, it was too slow.
So, are you trying to say you need our help or something?
Yes.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll pass the information along to him.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah, you. I'm talking about you.
Oh, okay.
We'll fill you in later. Gotta get your ears cleaned.
Azrael poops his pants.
No. Again?
Time to
Yo.
change it. Gamer
Let
Barter
me-
was
let
like,
me
oh, I
get
Pull
got
out
it.
leaf
that
of
cloak.
my
Whose
ear.
turn is it to change him?
Ye olde depends.
Yield depends. Gosh, we can only
out
watch
that
these so
cloak.
many times.
Cool. Where should we go then to start looking for information? Do you have any?
That's a great question. I mean, I would just start to speak with anyone in town who you haven't already spoken with. Any new
Sure.
information would be...
Is it going to be a problem if we do something like destroy a building by accident or
On purpose.
Hopefully not. Right?
Yeah.
A
That's
certain one. It starts with. It rhymes with leaping pliant.
after we get a barmaid and a bartender outside, theoretically.
Yeah. After
We gotta kill the
save a couple
blue
people.
scars.
Sildar kind of sighs and looks down. It's like the redbrands are terrorizing these people. Whatever means necessary to stop that threat, and the Lord's Alliance will stand behind you.
Cool, thanks.
That's the kind of blank chick I like from the Lord's Alliance.
I'm with him on that one.
Cool. Should we? I guess let's go start knocking on doors.
We Jehovah's Witness now.
Have you heard of the word of AIRNO?
I don't know what Forgotten Realms got.
All right. I mean, this is very much a sandbox, so you can go wherever you like. You know what I mean? There's.
I have been.
I just went right now.
Well, the entire woodworker's family is missing, so we shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Or if the house is empty, theoretically, it's a good
We're
place to
not
sleep.
robbing them.
You could go
Okay.
steal
I'm
stuff.
just saying, we could just like a B&B, but a little more permanent.
I'd rather be in the inn. It's less likely to be broken into.
Yeah. I don't want to have to fight some more red
Okay.
coats.
That's fair. I'm just suggesting a Naparoony rascal if we get there.
Didn't someone give the wood carver or his wife a look before he went missing?
Red brands.
Yeah. Wow.
So the innkeeper's wife told you that the woodworker was killed by some red brands who I guess he had like stepped in as he was and the red brands were there and they were like leering at his wife and he said something and they killed him. And then a few days later the rest of his family, and they took his body away. And then a few days later, they came for the rest of his family, and like there was people who saw it happen.
Oh, maybe we should go and get a drink.
I don't think. What would that help?
I'm gonna.
It is
I'm
9:30 in the
thirsty.
morning, after all.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, you gotta
should've
have
got
your
a beer
second.
before you left.
Gotta have your second breakfast.
I'm also getting cotton mouth over here.
Is this because you pooped? Oh god.
What?
You're not supposed to use your diaper as a gas mask. God damn it, old man.
I'm gonna vote that we go to Alderleaf Farm. I gotta identify these stupid mushrooms anyway. You can ask them about all sorts of things.
Okay.
On the bright side, there's no law enforcement in this town since I just insulted the town master and all we did was storm off. We're pretty much free to do whatever we want.
Fair.
Alrighty, so you want to head over to the Alderleaf Farm. I'm getting. Is this true?
Yep.
This sounds true.
Okay.
Come on, old man.
Split the party.
Roll for initiative. No.
What? The mushrooms begin to fight you.
For me.
All right, the farm goes first. So yeah, you kind of head over to the Alderleaf Farm, and I mean, just go up and knock on the front door. I'm assuming.
I'm skipping up to the front door and knocking on it. Yes.
I had a morning drink, so they are good to go.
Let's fucking do this.
And a female halfling, about 45, answers the door. Yes.
Hi.
Hey
Can
girl,
we
how
ask
you
you-
doing?
Can we ask you a couple questions?
She kind of smiles as she sees another halfling. Oh, welcome. Yes, of course. Please have a seat. And she's got like a big, imagine like a big southern front porch, rocking chairs, like, maybe like a swing, like a 2-person swing glider.
Are they big enough for those of us that aren't halflings?
Only halfling size, so you can only get one cheek in. The rest of you guys can only get one cheek in, but yeah, there's human-sized chairs, and please have a seat. How can I help?
Well, first of all, have you heard of Yarno?
I'm sorry, what was his name?
You should spell it. You should spell it for her.
A-I-R-N-O?
Y-A-R.
Y-A-I-R?
I assume that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I haven't heard the name before.
That's okay. I'm gonna pull out the bluish gray mushrooms. Do you have any idea what these are?
She takes it and considers it for a moment, and she says, I don't, but I know who might.
No?
You yourself are a druid, are you not?
I am.
Well, I have another friend of as a druid. His name is Rydolph. That's
Like right
spelled
off into the sunsets?
That's spelled Reidoth. If anybody's gonna know about your mushrooms, it's him.
Okay. Do you know where we would find him?
Last I knew, he had set off for the ruins of a town called Thunder Tree. It's just
Okay.
west of Neverwinter. It's an abandoned town.
Cool. Good to know. Thank
Wait,
you.
Neverwinter or Everwinter?
Neverwinter.
And
Would you like some of my sippy cup?
oh, don't mind if I do. And this is where Thunder Tree is.
Is that a river or a road?
It's a river.
Hmm.
Oh, so a river runs through it.
What a great film.
What's a film?
A river runs through it? Oh boy. Gee, it's just like 8 years old. Okay.
I didn't know it was either.
Oh no. Children.
Back in my day.
Oh, shut up, old man.
Have you been having any issues with the red cloaks or anything?
I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone in town not having issues with the Red Cloaks.
Okay.
Do you know anything about what happened at the woodworker's place?
I know that they killed a man right in the street.
Know how that feels.
Zoom in on the bump in the middle of the road.
Relatable.
They killed Thel right in front of his shop. A few days later, his wife, daughter, and son went missing as well. It's got to be the redbrands.
I don't imagine you know any place they might be hiding out beside the sleeping giant.
I'm afraid I don't. I know they drink there. I know they drink there at the Sleeping Giant, and beyond that, where they make their bed, I don't know.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for all the
Let me.
information.
Can I get you some lemonades?
Yeah.
Sure.
So she gets up and goes into the house, and her a halfling child comes out, and he sees you guys, and he goes, "Adventures."
Hello.
What's your name, little guy?
You sound like Toad.
He says, "My name's Carp."
Nice to
Oh.
meet you.
I don't remember anything that happened last night, but I'm sure there's some sort of reason that your name is Carp.
Probably was given a birth. But
I would have to take my staff and kind of nudge Gamer Bar to win. Hairy man in the woods. There was a secret.
Now, what's your name? I forgot again.
My name's Carp.
It's so weird. I met this little boy last night who also had a friend named Carp who met like this, probably this guy out in the woods, like the scary guy. Did he look like this?
That was supposed to be a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I told all of my friends and they told all their friends, and so it's already out.
I would.
Don't tell my mom.
Don't worry, I won't tell your mom. But you know, my friends' friends might tell your mom.
I found.
Persuasion -5.
Don't tell me.
Diplomacy failed.
So tell me about this hairy thing you saw in the woods. I mean, the cat's already out of the bag.
They were going into a secret tunnel in the woods.
Sweet. Where is it?
Well, I could show you.
Yeah, let's do that. After lemonade first. We're gonna tell your mom something cool. Do
Okay,
you have a
Mom, I'm
treehouse or
gonna hang
something?
out with these strangers. Is that okay? They're gonna take me into the woods.
I will not be going.
Last time chilling here.
Yeah, I mean it's just another halfling to halfling little talk. That's all.
Are you adventurers gonna kill the redbrands?
I mean, on the DL, but our friends' friends already told everyone, but yes.
I think that they have a secret castle.
Oh, secret castle?
Yes, underneath the Tressender Manor.
Tressender Manor.
Far right of the map.
All right. Oh, look at that. Any idea where that entrance would be?
I don't know if the entrance in the woods goes to the same place.
Ah, see, that sounds good to me. 2 birds, 1 stone. Now, wouldn't you like if we took care of those red brands for you? Make the town back at peace again.
Will you take
That
me
sounds
with
nice,
you?
doesn't it?
I can help. I'm an adventurer too.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
No.
Hey, it's not. I started adventuring at that age. Like us halflings don't live very long. We gotta make the most of it.
Don't you live 150 years?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
we don't live that long.
Yes.
No.
Not the adventurers.
And then his mother comes out with like a tray of
Oh.
lemonades.
I'm wrong. Heads up.
Carp,
A little longer than I thought.
is Carp bothering you? I'm so sorry. Back
Not at
inside with
all.
you.
No, he's a cool kid. Actually, like he's been telling me all sorts of interesting stories.
Such a precocious boy.
Oh no, he's one of the good ones. I can tell.
That's very kind of you to say.
Maybe we can go on a walk later, like after lemonade. Like I would love to keep talking to him. I don't get to see young halflings very often. Well, just take a little walk.
You know who, if you're, there's another one of your adventuring kind here in town. Perhaps my son could show you to his orchard.
Oh, that'd be great. Any idea what their name is?
Whose name?
The adventure?
Oh,
Their
yeah.
orchard?
Yes, his name is Darren Edermath.
Darren. Oh. Okay. Well, that sounds just fantastic.
So, you guys, like, maybe finish your lemonade, have some pleasantries. And then, she says that Carp can show you to the Edermath orchard. And he knows the way.
Sounds good. Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
So, it's kind of a walk from where you are to there. And you're kind of approaching the outskirts of the town here. And, I'm assuming you just go out. He lives there's a little cottage beside an apple orchard on the outskirts of Phandalin, and you knock on the door, and it's a half elf answers the door. And he says, "Oh, hello there, adventurers." And he kind of sighs wistfully, like almost like lost in a memory for a second. "Oh, what can I do for you folks?"
I believe we have some questions about some happenings around town.
You hear about the redbrands?
You know it.
Come, let me tell you. I'll tell you everything I know, of course. So he ushers you into his house, and you can see like trophies up on the walls, like like a boar's head, like a mounted boar's head, and you see like I don't know, like a goblin hand on a chain. Like he's got the trophies of a lifetime of adventuring. And he says, I was hoping a group such as yours would come into town here and teach those redbrand ruffians a lesson. What can I tell you? How can I help?
How many more are there? We just buried 4 of them last night. Yesterday. Whatever that was.
Yes, I've heard tell already. Happy that you've taken out 4. However, there's many more. It won't be easy. There's not only the redbrands themselves, but their leader, Glassstaff. It's not one to be trifling with.
Does he not just shatter if you push him over?
He's not made of glass, you see.
Oh, okay. I'm at the bottom of my beer, okay.
With a name like that, I imagine he's the magically inclined.
Indeed, a wizard.
My least favorite kind.
You and me both, brother.
Why has he got to be a wizard? Do you know anything like about like spells near the base of the manor or anything?
Oh, so you already know they're in the manor. That's good. Yes, that's certainly where they're making their home, is in the manor.
We've also heard tell that there might be some kind of passage underneath the manor they use.
That I know nothing about. I know that they make their home there in the manor, but manners of egress, ingress, I haven't closely observed enough. Anth Findlay, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Fish Tank.
Do you know anything about what happened to the woodworkers' family? Any idea if they might still be alive?
They murdered the woodworker right there in the street. I'm sure you've heard that by now. And
Oh yeah.
As far as the family goes, they were taken in the night. They wanted to kill him. I could have killed him right there, I suppose. I hold out hope that they're alive, but I know not.
Do you know why they would have taken him?
I don't know. I mean, there were more witnesses than just the family that saw him kill him.
Probably just scare tactics.
It's about a message, probably. Although, I have a bad feeling. There hasn't been any spike in necromantic activity, has there?
Undead in Phandalin? No, I mean, not as far as I know.
The only Walking Dead is the one that's next to us.
Yeah, he keeps coming back.
Cool. Well.
Hey guys, look out the window. It's apples.
Please take as many as you like. It's I have more than I can even do anything with.
Oh, those look like baking apples. I love those.
Those are gross to eat, and everybody knows that.
I think I'll have one.
You said bacon apples? Let's do this.
You like to get baked with apples, right?
I like to get baked with apples, but bacon apples? What the hell?
Bacon apples! That's the kind of that you put in the pig, right? I'm all about this.
Eyes over there like, what the fuck? Why would you?
You got your apple smoked bacon. Your bacon smoked apples.
Sure, bacon smoked apples. Yummy, yummy. Eat them
got
up.
Your bacon apples, you know? Oh my gosh, this is exciting.
I definitely go and get a couple apples.
Cool. Add them to your inventory sheet.
Sure.
Just like that.
Pick a couple of apples, but I'm gonna look at them very closely to make sure they're not bacon.
Why, that's not an apple, that's bacon!
I'd know that flavor anyway.
Oh,
What's your game, old
Okay, anything else you want to talk to Darren about?
Have you heard the name Yaren?
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
yeah.
Sorry, Yarno.
Can't
It's like wino, but yarn.
No, sorry,
Oh,
can't
Like
say.
the tail, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Well, thanks. Anyway,
It's weird that nobody in town seems to have seen this guy so far.
just a bat. I guess we haven't tried. There's that like line shield coster.
I mean, we haven't tried a lot of places, but it's weird that
Actually-
this guy didn't know them.
Would you like to come with us? We heard you were a former adventurer.
My adventuring days are long past, little miss.
Oh. Well.
Do you want a goblin arm?
I already got one, as you can see.
Okay. Okay.
Holds up the
Do you-
desiccated goblin hand.
Do you have tips on desiccating it?
Yes, yeah. First you basically gotta salt it just like a fish. Take all the moisture out, it'll preserve
Yeah.
forever.
Nice.
Makes a
Mm,
fine jerky
salted
too.
arm.
I actually thought of something besides desiccated goblin arms. Do the Red Brand
I'll
have any
keep
kind
in
of
mind.
racket, or are they just kind of assholes? Are they taking protection money or something stupid like that?
It's hard to say. They're not outright robbing folks in the street, if that's what you're asking. It's more mischief. The murder certainly caught everyone off guard. It seems to be escalating. They've only been around for 6 weeks or so is when they first started wearing all the same cloaks and going around together in a band. And now to find folks missing and murdered, it's seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's best we stop it now before it becomes a little too more entrenched.
I couldn't agree more.
So you live on the outskirts of town. Would you happen to know if any patches of halfling leaf anywhere?
Oh, you should have. Carp showed you up here. Were you not out at the Alderleaf farm?
Oh shit.
We're
It's, a-
halflings.
it's okay.
Aren't we heading back that way anyways?
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed you were stealing this boy. Carp's out there playing the
We're
apple
just
tree.
borrowing him. He helped us find
Yes.
you.
He's helping us out. He likes going on adventures.
Yeah, he's a future adventurer.
Also, I'm not a big fan of little boys.
Okay.
Red flag.
That's a weird thing to offer up there without any provocation.
Just putting it out there. I do not like little boys.
I would not entrust I would not entrust my children to this party.
Fish suits, sweats, and chat, please.
Okay. Well, should we have salmon, carp, cod, fish, fish boy?
Fish boy.
We have a carp. Carp, you want to show us where those guys were entering the forest now? Before we
Yeah,
drop you.
you know what? If we dress him up, we can call him Fish Suit.
If we put him in a suit.
Yeah, we just gotta get him a little suit. Hey, I had 2 costumes. No, I had 3 costumes. Let's see what I have in my bag. 1 costume. Like,
One
yeah,
fish suit
here you
costume.
go, Carp.
It's just like
You
a
can be-
like a greased, stained T-shirt and like underwear, which is exactly.
but it's
what
a
I'm wearing
T-shirt
right
with the fake suit thing on it.
now. Spam shoe ass never Lou ass T-shirt. Okay, so what would you guys like to do now?
Well, if we go to the sleeping giant, we can see if they're doing any kind of trafficking or anything out of there before we go into the woods and sneak into their hideout. We may even be able to catch one or two of them off guard that maybe we can beat the crap out of and get some more information.
I was thinking we scout out the entrance and then take a look at Sleeping Giant. Maybe.
It might be best to know our way in before we let them know how aggressively we're onto them.
Okay, so where are you gonna scout out?
I mean, the
we were
boys.
gonna,
God.
I think we were gonna try to have a newly dubbed fish suit help us show where the passage is.
Mini fish suit.
Yes.
All right. So as you're leaving Darren Edermath's house, Arlen, he kind of grabs you by the arm and pulls you aside, and he says, "Speaking of undead, I have heard some disturbing reports of some undead. Perhaps you could check this out. Somebody's been digging around, prospecting maybe. I don't know who it is. Up at the Old Owl Well. It's 2 days travel from here, and folks have been chased away by the undead.
Do you know what kind? Like zombies, skeletons, stuff like that.
Zombies, specifically. And it seems like there might be some necromancy there at the well. It's an ancient watchtower of an ancient empire, and I'm worried that there might be some dormant magic there that someone's trying to. It might fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, I can definitely look into that later.
Please let me know how it goes if you're able to visit the Old Owl Well, and you're able to, and you leave. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong, GH. By the way.
I'd also like to give the short bow I haven't yet sold, from like the adventure like 2 days ago, to
Okay.
Mini Fish Suit, just so he can be like that little God of War kid.
Wow. Okay. You're.
Okay.
Are you certain that that's what you want to happen?
I'm
I
just
will
giving
not.
it.
I'm not walking in front of that kid.
I mean, I'm gonna tell him not to use it unless something horrible happens.
Right. Mm-hmm. A
Wait, hold on,
10-year-old
what
kid
did
who
you give
wants to.
him?
She gave him a weapon.
A
No!
short bow. It's a short bow.
No!
It's a small short bow.
Alright, listen, alright, so...
I mean, I didn't give him a short sword.
Would you give a 10-year-old a gun? If not, don't give him a bow, because that's the medieval equivalent.
Not even gonna be able to pull it back. It's gonna be
Then
fine.
why does he have it?
She didn't answer that question.
You also didn't answer that question.
It's gonna be fine. I told him not to use it.
Yeah, of course. And every 10-year-old child
Famous last words.
absolutely
be
listens
fine.
unquestionably to.
Don't give him any arrows.
It happened.
Okay, yeah, I didn't say I gave him any arrows.
Oh, hey,
That's
look, an
true.
arrow on the ground.
How does this thing work?
Drop.
Accidentally.
Alright, we have armed miners. Excellent. Let's go.
Great job. Okay.
You guys are
Uh,
overreacting. This is gonna be fine.
If I get shot in the ass, I'm going to shove it up your ass.
And this is a halfling. He's like literally sized tiny.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to pull the bow back. It's fine. It's like a toy.
I'm an adventurer too.
Exactly. I mean, he doesn't have. I didn't give him a sword because he
Hang on,
cut
let
off
me
a
see if I
finger.
can find Carp's stat sheet here.
I'm so
Gonna
excited.
have to have that ready. Okay, great. Alrighty. What are we doing?
So who's the sneaky ass? So, well, actually, I can just turn into a rat, and Carp can kind of just take me over there, and I can.
You going
Okay.
off alone again?
Oh, I don't know. Come running if you hear something.
I have a stealth of +3.
As do I.
Yeah, let's
I have
all
heavy
go
armor.
together. Oh boy.
I have heavy armor. We should be ready, but we should have like maybe a scout.
Also, is the 10-year-old going to sneak?
No, he's staying back with you.
Then how are we finding the place?
Okay.
How about you
kid.
guys?
We'll let you fire the bow if you tell us where exactly the entrance is.
Sure, I can show you where the entrance is.
I need. Okay, so we need you to describe it to us.
You're gonna get described instructions from a 10-year-old.
It's in the
Into the
woods.
forest.
It's next to the big tree.
Okay.
I know trees pretty well. Do I know the big one?
If you're gonna ask that question, you're gonna have to tell me exactly what's happening here. Like, are you in the woods together? Are you in a
This
group?
is on the way. This is. I'm assuming Carp's leading us, and we're on our way right now.
Let's just have the little kid lead and then not fight anybody, and everything will be fine.
Everything will
plan.
be fine.
That's the
Yeah.
plan. Kid's
How
gonna lead us. We're staying behind so he doesn't shoot us in the back with the arrow.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have an arrow though.
Or does he?
Okay, so
Hey, I didn't give him a sword. I feel like I was really reasonable with this. I
So
have so
he's
many swords I can sell.
leading you through the woods to
Yes.
where he thinks that, or he's seen the secret entrance.
Yeah, with the big hairy thing.
Okay,
I am gonna stealth
let's
behind
start
him.
Sneaking, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
good.
like the idea of sneaking.
Okay,
Okay.
roll a stealth check.
Shit.
Oh no.
This
How
is
do we
why I
roll
wanted to
with-
do one person.
How do we roll with disadvantage in the bot?
Disadvantage.
I'm in heavy
Oh
armor.
yeah.
Just roll it
I was
twice.
Really freaked out.
Fuck.
Okay, yeah. So you're as you're walking through the woods, Carp is like, "Hey, it's just up over here." And as you kind of step, give me a marching order.
I might as well be in front with these stealth rolls.
Get metagame a marching order for me real
The
quick.
metagame of marching order.
Why?
I don't know, whatever they want. I'll be in the back since I would theoretically be the worst at sneaking.
I would be second, probably.
I'm somehow stealthier than the druid.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's I and Azrael kind of behind Carp, and then Arlen and Gamer Bardowin in the back, Carp leading.
Is it no space? Why is this not work?
Yeah, it's no space.
No space.
So
But maybe you
the
could try it with
HP
the
has
space one more
space.
time just to see if it works.
Well, the
I know
HP
what'll
has a
help you.
space.
Can we,
My audio's
we
doing
standardize this?
My
Yeah.
audio's doing something crazy right now. I have to unplug it and replug it in
Okay.
real quick.
22! Stealthy as fuck.
Great, you're super stealthy. Unfortunately, the rest of your party, not so much. Yeah, so you're coming up. Oh no, Mini Bulb is in a tunnel. At least he told us it was happening. All right, you back?
Okay.
All right. Carp's leading through the woods. It's like, it's just up over here. It's just up over here. And you kind of just walk straight into a clearing, and you see like a stone cairn almost. It's like very small. But then there's kind of a spot that's dug out into the ground, and it's just like the dark hole. It's like a small open doorway of earth and rocks. And standing in front of that is a young man in a wearing a red cloak. Roll for initiative. He sees
Oh.
you.
Why is Carp a goblin?
He sees you. And Carp is a goblin.
Carp is a tiny goblin. Plot twist.
Because I did not expect you to arm a halfling child and tell him that he's an adventurer.
I push the kid down and turn around and run.
Take him! Take him!
With these rolls, it's gonna be a long day.
Oh my god.
Oh
Hey,
my-
I rolled sneaky for once. My only good roll of the night.
All right, guys. Sorry to disappoint, but I have to take off this wig and
Too hot?
beard. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we at least like play some sexy music for Floor?
Okay, so
I will never be able to unsee that Floor. Oh no, I feel weird.
in your pants?
It was the beard, like I can't handle it. Oh no.
What was your initiative, GH?
13? No, 12. Sorry, I lied to you.
So before, after Azrael. Okay. He sees you come up over the ridge just about the same time you see him. So he kind of heard you maybe coming, looked over in your direction, saw that you were there. He's just kind of lazily standing next to the door, and he is armed with a short sword. Oops. Boop, boop, boop. And Carp goes first. Carp goes, "Get him, team!" And he runs forward.
Oh,
my
forward.
God.
Oh, fuck.
You killed this kid. You
Mini
fucking
fish suit,
killed
no!
And you said
So
he
many
has
fish.
no arrows.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets there. It is the redbrand's turn. The redbrand steps up.
Don't do this, fish suit.
with
Don't
his
do
shirt-
this.
Oh no! Oh no! Let's be honest. Fish suit didn't do this. This is not fish suit doing this. That's a 21 to hit.
Fuck. You've killed this kid.
And for 7 points of damage, and Carp is unconscious and dying.
Fucking Christ.
And he steps up.
I didn't think he
Glassstaff
would
will
go in.
have a word with you.
I don't
And
think he will.
Azrael, you're up.
Yeah, this guy's gonna die.
Probably in a
He
single
had a
turn.
kid.
And then we're gonna have a word with Gamer Bardowin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a very long conversation.
I didn't think the kid
about
would
giving
run
kids
in.
bows.
You didn't? How could you not?
He's got a bow. Why? If you give him a sword, maybe. He didn't even have any like arrows.
You told him he was an
And-
adventurer. He's here helping you.
He's a future
You
adventurer.
armed him.
That's why. It's... Oh, fuck.
Okay, Azrael's.
All right, so first I'm gonna try and whack him with my staff.
Give him the staff. Oh.
Natural one.
Confirm that fumble. You coup de grace, the nearest downed enemy, your nearest downed ally.
The stick misses and just slaps the halfling kid right in the face.
It's a 10.
That's a confirmed fumble. We have not had a confirmed fumble
Oh my
in any
God.
game I've DM'd in quite some time here. This is with your staff, right?
Yep, you're welcome.
This is the second time you've done it too. Last time you pulled the muscle.
Your
Yeah,
weapon, this is called notched. Your weapon breaks. So you like miss this redbrand with your quarterstaff, and it like hits a rock on the ground and literally snaps in half.
I guess I'm just too strong.
Too
They got
strong. Your quarterstaff just
Two cars
broke.
sliced now.
Gamer Bardo.
That happened. Well, I still got another attack.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot you have 7 more attacks. Please, Azrael, please go ahead and take your.
It's an unarmed strike, so. And I'm not doing flurry of blows.
Okay, no blows. You're not gonna blow him. You're just gonna give him the hand. 24 definitely hits.
For 5
points of damage. Alrighty, Gamer Bardowin. Now, do you want to take 7 more attacks there, Azrael, or?
No, not this time.
Okay, all right. Gamer Bardowin.
Okay. I'm gonna keep measuring, I guess.
Okay. Yep. Gamer Bardowin's like, I think that I'm about 30 feet away.
Just over and over again. I'm gonna be an insane person. Well, maybe that's a bad idea.
So normal?
Are you gonna give the kid some arrows while he's down, or?
I'm just gonna get him.
Take my sword.
I think we need to get the
And
kid out
Get in front of me.
house.
Hold this dagger, child.
You coup de grace, Carp.
All right.
Don't worry, the halfling will provide a flanking bonus.
I'll actually. How dumb does this creature look? Like on a scale of 1 to
I mean, it's like a 20-something former football player, now alcoholic.
Okay.
Shit all over his cloak.
His wisdom's probably pretty low.
Literally covered head to toe with poop.
With
So he's
poop,
probably
so
eyeing
much
you
poop.
two ladies.
I think I'll cast Dancing Lights, actually. It's a cantrip. It makes lots of dancing lights.
Okay.
Just like in the area.
There's like a save for this.
Yeah, I'm just I'm looking it up because I thought I had it written down, but I did not. I'm sorry.
Do I also need to make a save? Because they are pretty.
Because they're-
Woo!
What was I doing again?
Yes,
up to
child
120
endangerment.
feet. 4 torch-sized dancing lights.
His
the
powers of description are
radius.
incredible. It's like we're really there.
I don't
It's kind of
see
like
any
what the
dancing
thorn whip
through.
looked like.
So I'm
Remember
just
that,
hoping
you
to
guys? Let's think back to
distract
that. What is that
It's a
thorn
whip
whip?
of
It's a
thorns.
whip of thorns. Woo! It's like painting
So
a
there's
picture
no
with
like
words.
saving throw. It's just like a distraction. It doesn't necessarily distract him. I'm just kind of hoping that's what will happen.
I'm gonna make a saving throw,
Okay.
and I'll have my guy make a DC 10 Wisdom save.
Okay, because they appear as torches or lanterns. and
Passed.
So...
Yeah, I mean this is a humanoid, so I mean kind of like.
Should I also
Yes.
make the save?
Are you
No,
easily
that's okay.
distracted by?
No, that's okay. Let's not get this kid killed.
Okay. Well, I guess for next time I will learn a different spell. Because that's kind of shitty.
I mean that could be good for like a stealth distraction or something. You know what I mean? Like you're hiding and you cast it, and it distracts whoever you're maybe trying to sneak up on. But in combat, I don't see like a realistic way that this guy is like, oh, pretty lights. You know what I mean? Like if there was something attached to it where I had to make a save, then that makes absolute sense to me. But as it was
Dancing
No,
usually,
that's
light is like mainly used to create light at a distance rather than normal light, which just applies light to whatever you.
do you want to move at
I
all, Gamer Bardowin?
I want to move. Please let me move my character. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move here,
Okay.
so that I can hopefully grab the kid when, he's not in direct combat, and maybe heal him next turn. And also, as my bonus action, I would like to do some bardic inspiration for Arlen. And because there is a kid, I already prepared this before he got knocked out, so.
Good fudge.
Get wrecked. So it's just get wrecked. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy some inspiration, Arlen.
All right.
Yeah.
Arlen Doran, you're up.
I'll walk up and inspiredly smack him.
All right. Roll the hit. It's wearing studded leather armor. I noticed that too.
I
20
think I got them mixed
hits.
up. I got the icons mixed up.
It's okay. I'm just gonna pull.
For 7 points of damage.
Just thorn whip him back.
And that's
That's what it's gonna do.
Thorn Whip goes forward, but there ain't no way you're casting the Thorn Whip from here. Look at this. So your team is like forming a wall in front of you.
Yeah.
Just Thunderwave forehead.
Yeah, just sculpt it around us.
You can angle it. You can angle
We
it.
can angle it around
Not
us.
this time.
I'll
All right, this
angle it
guy's in
between
pretty
your
rough
feet.
shape. This guy's in rough shape. You guys are no joke. This party's no joke. You're up. You can finish the fight for
Okay.
sure.
Oh, okay.
It's suspiciously worded.
I'll go up here. Am I
Mhm.
able to reach there? 30.
And Thunderwave them both.
Can Thunderwave ever? I mean,
Great.
I'm
You
gonna
can Thunderwave the
throw him
entire everybody else on the battlefield.
No, it's just GH. Yeah, I'll do Thorn Whip.
Alrighty.
Melee spell attack. So.
Thunder wave.
Gonna take my glowing mushroom and I'm going to cast this nonsense. 14.
14 just hits.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna pull him towards me as well.
Okay.
So.
Roll damage.
No.
Oh my goodness. Relin, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits.
Oh no.
We're about to get some. It's
Four.
about to get wild in here.
4 damage.
For 4 damage, and you kill him. And the
Cool.
body,
Yeah.
and as is canon, the body flops. The dead corpse flops into you as the Thorn Whip comes back.
Oh, why does this always happen? Fuck. Gonna have
is-
to clean this off again.
Thorn, it's Carp's turn. He rolled a natural 20 on the death save. So he wakes up with 1 HP.
Oh, thank God.
What? Was I a hero?
No.
Yes.
Good kid.
Please
You can't
do
be doing that.
You
You did
said I
good,
was an
but-
adventurer, just like you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you don't even
yeah,
have any
just
arrows.
like her. Just
I
like
said
her.
you're a future adventurer. You're still kind
Just
of
like you, unconscious and dying.
And wakes up with one hit point.
Just like you, 1 HP.
I'll like lay on hands him for like 3. I don't know how many hit points does a baby have.
He has, like 3 hit points. So, alright, he's back up to full.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, so you're in the woods right here, and you see this, kind of doorway.
Nice.
Okay. I don't we're
I'm,
gonna have to get,
I'm
like,
gonna make him roll that wild magic as soon as the next combat happens, Relin.
we need to get rid of this body probably. So
Does it look like it has any kind of lock on the door?
No, it's like as much a hole in the ground
Okay.
into like you can kind of it's like a small opening of a cave, but it's stylized as well. Like you can tell the rocks were placed like deliberately to sort of form the mouth of the cave, like a small doorway.
I'd
Okay.
like to search the body.
so maybe that key goes in there with all that shit
Yeah.
on it.
I think we should get dressed up before going in there. We should also send the kid home.
Okay, Carp. Do you know what happened here today?
Yes, we killed a redbrand. I can't wait to tell literally everybody in town, including my mom.
So,
you
Gator
murder him.
Borderman, I think you have to take care of this.
All right. Part of being an adventurer is knowing when to not tell things that are sensitive, and this is very sensitive. We have to keep this under wraps.
Okay,
Until
I'm good at keeping
otherwise
secrets.
the bad guys will know we're coming and we could get hurt.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
I
so
can't,
don't
tell,
tell
I can't tell
anybody.
anybody?
Didn't
No,
you tell
no.
all of your friends and their friends' friends about this secret area here?
I'm gonna hit the old man while he's trying to say that.
So I can only tell Pip.
No, you can't tell Pip because Pip told me, so it doesn't keep very.
But it was a
Oh,
secret.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
can't
tell us
tell
this is-
anyone until
Okay,
we
so-
come back and tell you can tell
Yeah.
people.
Okay, so
Yeah,
just my
so you
mom.
have to wait
Okay.
at least. No, not your mom. You have to wait 1, 2 whole sleeps. You have to wait 2 whole sleeps, or until we come back.
Okay, all right, only Pip. Okay.
No. You can't tell Pip. You can't tell your mom. And tell you what, kid. If I find out you told your mom or Pip, I'm not gonna give you this gold coin.
Oh,
Yeah.
gold coin.
Yeah, this
I
whole
won't-
gold coin
I
will
won't
be
tell anybody.
yours.
I won't tell
If you
anybody.
don't tell anybody.
I won't tell anybody.
Is it bad to bribe a kid?
With a gold
It's no
coin?
worse than anything else you've done today.
Roland, thank you so much for that tier 1, dude. Make a D4 roll and you can give it to anybody. Anybody. Go ahead and do it in the Dungeons and Dan's Games channel. Thank you so much. And so okay, so he's you've successfully like bribed him, and he runs off. And you guys aren't too far from his farm. I mean, he found this because he was in the forest around where he lives. So he scurries off into the woods. He's like, "I kept your bow."
And my costume.
Catch me if you can!
Catch me if you can.
boy.
Okay.
All right, so let's steal this guy's cloak and then drag his body somewhere no one will find.
We were supposed to be just scouting this out, and then we were going to check out the sleeping giant, right?
Yeah, there's a reason why I wanted one person to go in to scout, so we didn't have to do this. But
It's fine. It's fine. We'll
It's
just
okay.
take this body somewhere. They're in the woods. Who just walks in the woods? Come on.
well, I mean, these people obviously.
Can I find a nice place to hide the body? I know the woods pretty good. I know like what bushes are.
Good to hide bodies behind.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've had to do that quite
you can
often.
spend a few minutes, like, finding a sort of maybe soft ground. Are you going to bury him, or do you just want to kind of put him under some leaves? Like,
Somewhere so that the animals can still get to it. Circle of life and all.
sure. You want to be able to make sure that the body gets eaten. Got it.
Yeah. I am a wood elf. I mean.
Oh, Relin just rolled a 4 and gave it to me.
Oh.
Oh no.
What?
That's fine.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You spend a few minutes finding an appropriate spot.
Okay. So are we ready to go get a drink now?
Does this guy have any money on him?
This guy had nothing on him. He had a short sword, his cloak, and that was it.
Alright,
No
well,
key?
No key.
No key.
So the keys maybe have something to
crap
do
was
with the
this?
sleeping giant.
Maybe.
Regardless,
I'm adding his cloak to the collection.
or maybe he was just so scrub he didn't have anything yet.
He could have been scrub.
I take yourself an inspiration there, my friend.
What'd I do?
You made a good, logical connection.
Okay.
Whoa, man.
All right, take it back now. All right, you lost it.
Alright, well, so if we go back to the sleeping giant, burn it down. Who sees inside?
I kind of have a proposal. So
Yes, 1,000 times yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You already left us once, Fish.
Sorry, Fish. I'm leaving you for chat.
Don't think I've forgotten the heartbreak.
Two can play this game. So I'd propose that before we go into the sleeping giant, would spill her drink, her sippy cup beer, all over me. And then I would stumble in like a drunken old fool.
A huge
So I can
departure
see-
from normal.
Yeah. Well, it's all a ruse. So
What
I
if
can
there's-
kind of gauge how many people are in there.
Now,
Okay.
I like this idea, except for the part where they didn't kick the shit out of you for being a drunken old fool.
They wouldn't kill me though.
They
Plus-
just tried.
You need a new
Well-
quarterstaff.
Plus, I'm
That's it.
badass though. I'm like, you know.
But we need to get you a new quarterstaff first.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
I also have a short sword.
I forgot that your weapon broke. Your weapon
Scrub.
broke.
All you had to do is hit the scrub once.
So
But
we are
sure,
looking
I like this
at-
idea. I mean, we can just like kind of sneak around the edge and like be ready if any. Should you have a safe word?
Oh
Chinchilla.
god, they're killing me!
Chinchilla.
Bacon apples.
I'm being murdered.
That's not the safe word. I guess he's fine.
Oh, he should be okay. Yeah, he's playing.
No.
So are you guys going to the sleeping giant, and are you like staking it out outside, or is that what's happening, or are you gonna head right in,
Right.
Azrael, with this ruse?
I'm gonna get a new quarterstaff first.
Yeah.
Head on over to
Um,
Barthen's Provisions.
It's only 2 silver pieces apparently.
Nice. That's a deal. That's a downright deal. Shop Barthen's for all your quarterstaff needs.
Thanks,
Alright.
Barthen. Okay. Only got a little bit left anyway. Want me to pour this on you?
We can
Or just go
Scope
by
out
inn
the
and get another
outside.
one?
Give me a perception check if you're outside.
yeah, I'd like to kind of scope out the outside first, see if there's extra people hanging around or anything like that.
With a 22, Azrael, you can plainly see that the sleeping giant is empty.
Hmm.
Middle of the day, right now.
I mean, it's like noon. Even thugs don't day drink as hard as you do.
Yeah, still pour the beer on me.
What?
Pour that
some
ale
beer
on me.
Get out of my head!
Your hair is just glistening, and you're just exactly. Yeah. I can see it.
Fine. Just
Do
gonna
we have to do sanity rolls?
You're writhing on the hood of a Cadillac.
Oh,
I need a sanity check.
And then I would stumble in.
And so you stumble in, and you can see all the the tables are empty, but from the outside you didn't see that there is a female dwarf kind of just leaning against the bar. She goes, "What do you want? Here to murder more of my customers?"
yes.
I would kind of wobble up to the bar and say, "Can I get a ale, please?"
And she says, "You won't be served here. Get out."
I punch her.
Oh
Going
my
from
God.
drunken to completely sober, stand up straight and tall, and just whop.
You knock her out.
And try to catch her before she falls and make a whole lot of noise.
Okay.
And
She's now you now have an unconscious dwarf in your arms.
nice. I'll kind of set her down behind the bar.
Do you kiss her?
No, no, that's
Gen-
weird.
gently kiss her.
No, that's weird. And then kind of slowly move out to the doorway and motion for them to come in, or if they're standing right out, I'll be like, tell them, "Hey, it's cool. Come on in."
Okay.
Sure, let's go.
Guess I'm just gonna walk in.
We don't know there's an unconscious dwarf behind the
Yeah, you're like, oh, everything
What
seems
happened?
fine. You walk in and see this unconscious body next to Azrael.
Okay, what the fuck did you do?
She
I think she's supposed to
was
roofie.
talking.
Around.
She was talking bad to me, so I knocked her out.
Right. Yeah, we
okay.
all knock people out when they say mean things to us.
I did point out there was no law enforcement earlier, so they're
guess-
on you.
I mean, I didn't kill her. I
Okay.
Yeah.
knocked her unconscious.
What the
Oh,
hell
you
did we
actually
do
killed
with
her in one hit. Oh, yeah, she had a pre-existing condition, so
Insurance isn't gonna
Also-
cover
she had a
that.
bad heart.
I also have a healer's kit and could have stabilized her, so we're good.
I would like to
Defibrillator.
take
I have a
my
defibrillator.
chalk and write a note on the counter for her in chalk saying sorry.
You're just looking for use for that chalk.
Um,
So, can
so
we,
yeah, I would definitely like search around to see if there are any secret doors or chests or anything around.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, so you're kind of checking around. This is a pretty bare bones establishment. It's one large common room with a small back room in behind the bar. And you thoroughly examine everything. It's dirty. It's pretty run down. There's spilled beer and dried blood on the floor from scraps that the red brands have been having in here. But it's it's just like a shack.
Are there any flammable drinks?
Sure, absolutely.
I would get 2 bottles of flammable booze
Rot gut.
Whoa, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
and put them in my bag.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, she won't see my note if you burn the place down.
I mean, she's probably not going to see the note anyway. just gonna be plain here.
I wrote it on the bar.
So,
And
what is our plan?
Uh,
I got booze. I don't know what your plan is.
Well, is there? I don't know. We have these keys. We have some cloaks.
I could
Something.
pose
Is
as
the
some people.
is the back room unlocked?
It is, yeah. And he, with his 18 or whatever he rolled there, it was just maybe some barrels of salted meats, bar food type stuff, for lack of a better word. And, some glassware and some booze.
Kind of feel bad about.
No, we
Some Chex Mix back there.
are we burning the place down?
I don't think we should burn the place down. The point was to kill the red cloaks, but there's no red cloaks here, so.
Right, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
do we wait for red brands to be in here and then burn it down?
No.
We could just have.
I don't think that's necessary. I guess the real reason for coming in here was to make sure that they weren't doing anything out of this place, like trafficking or had any special stashes here.
Now that you've knocked the barkeep out, though, she's gonna tattle.
Then we should hurry.
What do you mean we should hurry? What the hell are we gonna hurry to do? Are we gonna ambush them on the way here?
No, we're gonna go and get
Well,
them
I
at the
mean,
manor.
assumedly this person has a house.
Yeah.
We could tie them up and put them in the house until we're done.
And we could put them in the back room and like slightly lock it.
do you
What if
slightly
the
lock
place
something?
gets
Partially
theoretically
locked it,
burned
you
down?
know.
Who's gonna fucking burn it down? We're the only ones
don't
looking
know.
to do that.
I don't know. I kind of saw this old guy take a couple of bottles here, so.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we could tie her to a tree in the woods. It's on the outskirts of town.
I mean, if we're gonna tie her up and leave her, I think we should just leave her in her own house so we can, go back. And
That's the
leave
first
I would
place
agree
we'll
with
look.
that.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's not bad.
They're
But
not gonna
if she
look-
lives
they
in the
don't
middle
even
of
know
town,
she
that's
lives, probably.
if she lives in town, it's gonna be hard to get her there. If we just tie her to a tree, that's way closer by and easier to get her in and out of town.
Well, is there
She al-
any outer building like outside of the sleeping giant?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
look,
can
there's a tiny little
see on
shed.
the map that there's a little building right here.
Let's put her in there.
Put her in the shed. Let's
Put her
in
in
the
the shed.
or whatever that is.
Get off the damn shed.
If sound effects were on, I'd play it.
I played it for you.
Thank
no
you.
worries.
All in favor of sneaking her into the shed? Say aye.
I.
Say aye
Okay.
as fuck.
As fuck.
Okay, so you're gonna tie her up and put her in the shed.
Let's put a.
Obviously, we're gonna gag her too.
Right. Can I make a... I'm gonna make an argument here that what Azrael just did is an evil act.
Yeah.
He
I-
he assaulted someone who was not threatening him in any way and stole from that
Yeah.
person.
It's kind of chaotic neutral.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
feel like-
yeah, but
I mean, I
That
disabled
is-
her. I didn't kill her.
yeah, but
You didn't kiss her.
you punched somebody in the face who was not threatening you, and then you knocked them unconscious. And now you, as a group, are going to put that person. You're going to restrain that person and put them into a shed.
So there's kind
You
of
could
a,
have killed her.
there's kind of an artificial line that I draw for D&D alignment, which is that there's a difference between evil acts and capital E evil acts. And this is kind of evil, but it's not evil.
Okay.
I didn't say put her in
we
the
didn't
shed.
just ice this bitch and then put him in the shed. Like, we knocked them
Yeah.
out, tying them up.
Azrael's I was just following orders.
No, honestly, I was just gonna leave her right there. She's
Yeah,
gonna be
well-
out for a while, so it's not like we have to worry about her telling anybody.
I think the
Locking
idea
her-
is the red brands will show. Oh, hey, our barkeep's unconscious. That's weird.
Yeah, and it's for her own safety in case of. I don't know why it would catch on fire, but if it did catch on fire, now she's safe.
Just
don't
in
know, and
case it catches
the
on
off
fire.
chance.
Like, let's say a group of adventurers rolls into town and is like, let's set this building on fire.
I think
Say
you
one
guys
of
are getting
them-
the wrong idea of me.
Let's say one of them has a thing of alchemist fire in their pocket.
Let's say hypothetically that we accidentally tip over some booze on the way out. And then we accidentally cast those dancing lights. I mean, it's a cantrip, so. Nice establishment here. Shame if anybody were to walk in, punch you in the face, and then burn it down with you inside.
Oh my god.
I'm throwing it out there. You guys can do whatever you want. I think that we're getting close to crossing a line. I mean, you literally just walked into this place. This is an establishment in this town. She said, "Get out. Please leave my..." Not please. She said, "Leave my bar," basically. And you, like, knocked her unconscious and then you stole from her.
Well, she was harboring the red cloaks.
I mean, how do you know? You didn't even talk
Does-
to her. You just beat the shit out of her.
Does every
No, I
petty,
knocked her unconscious. That's
That's
He
two different
punched her,
things.
technically.
is every petty theft in Faerun evil?
I would argue that it is evil. That it is an evil. That stealing from someone is an evil act. In the way that it was done here, yes. We don't have to get into the nitty gritty of it. I'm not going to make you change your alignment. I'm just trying to make you think about that thing that you just did.
This is an enemy of the aiding and abetting our known foes who have already attempted to kill us.
It's a second-class felony.
Yes. She's a associate to murder.
An accessory after the fact.
Yeah, she's an accessory to murder.
She didn't even clean up the blood on the floor.
yeah, and she didn't really have any remorse for her customers doing the deeds that they're doing. So she could have easily not served them anymore. So
Okay, so
guilty of association.
tie her up,
Doubtful
gag
considering.
her, throw her into the fire.
No, the shed. The shed.
What I'm understanding is Gamer Bard wants to douse her with the alcohol and then set her aflame.
No.
Jeez.
Okay,
I
no,
wrote
maybe
a
I'm
sorry
maybe I'm
note
misunderstanding.
and chop for her.
We'll burn her in the town green to make an example.
You burn her in effigy.
Carpet.
This is what you get, Red Brands.
Watch.
Read it and weep.
Oh god, this is escalated.
Wow.
All right, you tell me.
All that is off the table because I'm chaotic neutral. I just want to throw her in the shed. I don't really
her in
know
the
what
shed.
happened.
I don't know.
Like-
I say leave her where she's at. She got punched for being rude.
What are you gonna do when the red brand come in
Right.
here?
The idea is how much heat do we want on us? Because if they walk in here and they wake her up and she's like, "Oh, this old fuck who's noticeably with just punched me in my mouth, knocked me out."
I thought we were going now to take care of them at the manor.
Yeah.
Are we?
That's the reason why we did this.
You
Do you
fixed
wanna
your
take
staff,
them all
right?
at once? How many?
He went and bought a
people-
new one.
We went and bought a new one.
Okay.
I
How
mean,
many
if we're
people do you
going in
think we
right
can take?
now, then we can just leave her here.
That's why I figured just knock her out, leave her unconscious,
Okay.
so she can't go and alert anybody that we were here looking.
Can we
and
put her in
then
the back room still? I'm kind of worried about someone walking in. Like, I'm not saying lock the door, just keep her safe so
Yeah,
someone
partially
doesn't,
lock the door,
come
like
in
you
and kiss
suggested
her.
earlier.
We'll put one
It's
board
well,
over.
like if you, like it's break outable, but it's a little hard.
It's like a DC 10 strength check to get out of there.
Oh, jeez. Doors, the infamous enemy.
I'm gonna drop a couple silver pieces, enough to cover the alcohol that I take.
Oh, put it on my sorry note.
Sure, I'll put it on the sorry note.
All right. And so we're leaving her there in the sleeping giant. In the back room, behind the bar.
Put her in the back room so nobody
Yeah,
can walk in and rummage through her wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And you know, you never know when someone's just gonna walk in and try and kiss someone unconscious. Like,
That would be weird.
yeah, it's,
Princes
yeah,
do it all the
weird.
time, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, haven't you ever heard that story?
Weirdos.
Yeah, weirdos.
All right, fine. Put her in the back room.
She's safe.
All right, she's in the back room, tied
I'm
up.
I'm taking the long.
When no, we're
swig-
not
She
tying
tied
her
up? No. Okay, she's
No.
just unconscious. Okay, she's just unconscious.
Taking a long
dying.
swig from one of these bottles.
And I is getting day drunk. I mean, we gotta tie a few on before noon.
I
The
have a
pre-gaming
weakness.
mask.
I'm just saying I have a weakness. We're around it all the time.
I have a problem, okay?
I know I have a problem.
This isn't your
You
grandma.
I can quit when I want. All right.
So I guess we'll go to the forest again and go through the tunnel.
You want to go through the tunnel?
Okay,
Let's go
so
through the
you
tunnel.
make your way back out to the woods. Back out to the tunnel. It's next to the big tree. It's easy to find now. Now you know where it is. It's next to the big
Of
tree.
course, yeah.
Fucking big tree.
And give me your marching order first of all.
Are we trying to hide?
I don't think so. We took care of the guy that was like out there.
I would like to put on my cloak before we march.
The
March.
red cloak.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The one
you are
right
now-
in.
You're covered. Again, it's canon. You're
Shit.
covered with shit.
Once we get into the forest, I'll put on the cloak as well.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna follow suit.
I really don't know the point of this. I think they're gonna see through the disguise when they see a halfling walk and go, "Hey, a minute, we didn't let any halflings in our game. Are you carp?"
Well, you see, I also have proficiency in disguise, so.
You have stilts?
She is
What
a
if I just-
performer.
I am a performer. I could just ball up my other costumes and stuff and stack it on top of my head.
Why don't you just go get that kid and put him on top of your shoulders? I mean, we're-
Aww. I don't think his mom likes me
Yes.
anymore.
Yes, that is
lemonade.
that's how it's done, right?
Oh yeah, Carp has told everyone in town at this point.
Of course.
Everyone in town.
I'm never gonna be able to buy that halfling leaf.
I'm so sorry. I thought of that instantly when he got down. I was like, not the halfling.
Did you really? Oh no, he'll never get high again. Marching order, please.
I'll go in front.
Okay.
And I'm not wearing the shit.
And you're
cloak.
not wearing the poop cloak. Okay. Then I'm guessing Azrael next.
Yep.
And then and then Gamer Bardwin. That's kind of been our marching order so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Default marching order.
Marching order?
Marching.
That's what they
We
We
were
can
Marching
doing.
always pretend Cunning Fox is
Marching.
our prisoner or something.
Sure.
Actually, it'd make more sense if I was the prisoner and Cunning Fox was dressed up.
I was gonna say we should be the prisoners, but it
Even
doesn't
then-
make any sense.
Even then, that old man's beard is recognizable from town square. And they already know it's us. So,
Whatever. Let's just go.
You look behind
I
you
already
and
smell like shit.
you can see smoke from the sleeping giant as it's burning down to the ground. Oh no! It caught on fire!
That's horrible.
I guess they'll need a new bar there.
The barkeep did it for the insurance money.
I mean, the state it was in.
I remember.
It's-
I
it's
remember.
probably-
Yes.
Okay.
I often burn down buildings with me inside of it for the insurance.
For the insurance money. Oh, she's
Makes
rich!
it more believable.
She's the richest skeleton in Phandalin.
Is it really on fire?
No. No.
Aw.
You have to narrowly escape.
Okay, so you guys get into this cave, for lack of a better word. It's pretty narrow. You kind of feel like as soon as you get into the cave, you feel like this cold breeze it's blowing out. It's coming from this underground place that you're heading into, and the floor inclines down for about 50 feet and then evens out, and you make your way into a passage. It's got about a 20-foot high ceiling, and there in front of you is a small arched wooden bridge that spans a chasm, if you will. Does everybody
Is
see
there
that?
water running underneath that?
Any perception check?
Does it seem like we could throw a halfling onto it?
Yes.
You don't hear any running water.
Okay, cool. That's good.
What's the light situation like?
It is no light.
I have a
you would not be able to see anything unless you you would not be able to see anything unless you have dark vision.
Hey, Azrael, you cool if we tie a rope to you so we don't have to turn on a light and we just follow you around until we need
I got a
to?
better idea. How about the two without dark vision walk in between, and we can tie a rope between all four of us?
Won't that make fighting interesting?
Nah.
We can just we don't have to tie the rope. We can all just be grabbing the rope.
Or that.
Let's just put a hand on my shoulder.
But that
Yeah,
works.
there's that too.
Or, you know,
or belts.
You had something against ropes, and then in group settings.
Oh yeah, not after last time. I'm still not allowed back in that inn.
Fair. Yeah. I as fuck. You grab onto Azrael, because I'm not grabbing onto him, and I'll grab onto you.
It still smells like beer.
I'd pull up the rear. I'd pull up the rear and have my hand on.
Oh, okay.
Right.
On your shoulder.
No.
So
You're
Azrael's
changing
going to be in
orders?
the back.
Okay.
And then who's in front?
Me.
You're in front. Oh my god.
Oh no,
You're not in
I'm
front.
second to back.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I thought you were reading from the back.
I have a hand on Arlen.
And then Arlen's
Arlen
in
front. I as fuck second. Me
Okay.
third.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, make a charisma check.
Oh baby.
A save or a check?
Check.
Oh no. It's no good. Oh, fuck. I've already forgotten that there's a wizard.
Oh yeah.
All
We
right.
don't have
A
we don't have
wizard.
a rogue. Hey, wait, no, that would be a save. We're fine. It's not a wizard.
You're a
No
wizard.
space GH.
Someday.
One day. I mean, it's only
I
the
think
third.
I just, like,
it's only the
got-
third session.
Well, to be fair, health has a space.
I will do petition that we add a space as a default because it is the default.
Okay. I as fuck. In your head, you hear.
You, seek the mushroom.
Oh shit.
Gamer Bardwin. In your head, you hear.
You could have saved your sister.